Our today's topic is similar shapes. Such kind of a questions they give two similar triangles or similar any two shapes. Most Mostly these are geometrical shapes, but sometimes they make an kind of an arrow, make a pot or any other things, a flower pot. In such questions, these are really easy to handle. What they give is either they will give you these two lengths, like the example is here. So the length, and you are supposed to find either the area or the volume. So out of these, you will find the three things will be given. In this question, one length, two length, and one area is given. This is the area of this triangle. So this is a triangle A, or you can say shape A, and this is shape B. Now the shape A is a smaller one, and the length is 7, and the second one it is a the length is 14. Now we have given the area of the triangle is the smaller is given 20. So we have to find what is the area of the bigger one. Now for such questions, okay, similar shapes are having exactly the same shape. If it is a geometrical shape, then all these angles, corresponding angles are equal. Only the size may vary from smaller to bigger, but they are identical. So we have to find, see this is enlarged one. So what we have to do is we have to find the scaling factor, and that is the most important scaling factor. You can find the scaling factor by dividing 7 by 14 or 14 by 7. I generally find it easy that you divide the large quantity by smaller quantity so that you get a scaling factor 2. So we have here the scaling factor is 2. Now what we have to find is the area of B. You know it very well that the area of triangle B is bigger than the area of triangle A. So definitely this one is going to be bigger. That is the first thing. So if you are calculating the smaller area, for the smaller you divide by scaling factor. If you have to find the bigger area, you multiply by the scaling factor. Now there are other things is also the area. When you multiply or divide by scaling factor, you have to make the square. This is the area. For example, this is 1 and this is 1. This is 2 and 2. So if this area is 1, this area is 4. 1 multiply 1, 2 multiply 2. So here it is going to be the square of it. And if it is a three-dimensional shape, then it is going to be 8. And when the volume is there, you have to do the cube. So two things to understand. First is think about the shape, the one you have to find, whether you have to find the area or you have to find the volume. So for the area, you have to square the scaling factor, and the volume, you have to cube the scaling factor. If you are finding a bigger shape, you multiply by the given area or given volume. If you are finding the smaller shape, you divide. That's the only rule you have to follow. And the questions are easy and less time consuming. So let's do this question, and that says that what we have to find is the length is given of smaller a and bigger, and area is of this triangle A is given 20. So this is going to be a bigger. So bigger means you have to multiply. So our scaling factor is 2, which what we have got by dividing 14 by 7. So that is 2 multiply. We not 2. What the area is 20. So what we are going to do is, because we have to find the area, so what we have to do is first you write the area or the volume, whatever you are supposed to find. So that is when you have to find the area, the given area multiplied by the scaling factor, and the scaling factor you have to, for in case of area, you have to square it. So that is 20, because you know that area is bigger, so it is 20 multiply scaling factor is 2, so that is 2 square. So this is going to be 20 multiply 4, that is 80 centimeter square. So most of the questions are like this. So it's not a time consuming or a big calculation is needed. Just you have to check whether you are dividing, multiplying, square or cube. Let's move to the second question. Now this is also the same kind of a question. The lengths, there are two types of lengths given. One is 3 and another one is 9. And the area, here the volume is given, not the area. The volume is given. So volume is of the smaller figure A is given, and this is B. It is 15 centimeter cube. This is 15. So you have to find this. We know it because it is increasing. So this will also increase. The first thing is multiply. Multiply by what? The previous one, the given one, 15. And now scaling factor. And we are going to cube of this. Now, as I told you, I find a scaling factor 9 divided by 3. So that is 3. So our scaling factor is 3. So the volume of B is, so this is easy to get the equation. So that is 15 multiply, our scaling factor is 3, that is 3 cube, and this is going to be 15, 3 cube is 9 or 27. 3 times 3, 9. No, 3 multiply 3 multiply 3, that is 27. So 15 multiplies 27 is 270 plus 135, 45 centimeter cube. So you can see it's easy to do this question. Let's move to the question number 3. Now this is question number 3. Let's try to solve in the same way. So first we have the lengths are given 4 and 6, and the area of parallelogram A. Now this is talking about area, that is 28. So we have to find the bigger one. So that is multiplication. The area is 28. Now what we have to do? We have to find the scaling factor. We square it. So as I told you, what we are going to do for scaling factor, 6 divided by 4. That is 2 over 3, or you can write 1.5. So the area of B will be, that is 28 multiply 1.5 square. So that is 28 multiply 1.5 square is 2.25. So that is going to be, area is, I think, 63 centimeter square. So the only thing you have to find is whether in all these questions we are seeing that the area is asking for the figure A and we have to multiply. Now let's move to the next question. Now in this question, two figures are given. This is 15 and the area of bigger shape is given, that is 150 centimeter square. That is the area. So if we write about the lengths, we have length 3 and we have length 15, and then the area. So area we have We have to find the area of smaller figure, and this one is 150. Now the area of B is, area of B is already given. So we have to find the area of A. Is equal to, area of bigger figure is 150. Now you are not going to multiply here. The only thing is now we are going to divide. All the method will remain same. That is, first we find a scaling factor, 15 over 3, that is 5, and we are going to divide it by, because it's a area, so 5 is square. So that is 150 divided by 25. 150 divided by 25 is, it's a 6 centimeter square. So the area of this will be 6 centimeters square. So this is the was just opposite question, but you have seen we have done nothing here. All the procedure, all the method is same. We are knowing from bigger to smaller, because this is a smaller figure. So this is 6 centimeters square. So that's how it's going to work. Let's move to the next question. Now this question is that explain. Generally this kind of question, they don't come in exam, but they come if you're solving a question and the part B can be given. It's saying that why the area of a rectangle increased by a factor of 4 when the sides and the length is doubled. So let's say that let's have this figure. This rectangle is there. Try to get another bigger one. Explain why the area of a rectangle is increased by a factor of 4 when the sides and length is double. Suppose this is 3 and this is 2. So it is going to be 6 and this is going to be 4. So we are doubling this, one double, another double. So it is going to be 4 times. So it is good you give example. This is 6 and this is 24. So the reason is when the length are doubled. So this is 2 times, this is 2 times. So total area is going to be increased by a factor of 4 or 4 times. Now in this figure, this is not yeah, it's a geometrical shape. What is given is that the length is given of a smaller and bigger. So smaller is 4 and bigger is 20. So you know that scaling factor is 20 over 4, that is 5. So length is, it just disappeared. So length is 4 and 20. This is a smaller figure, this is a bigger one. So scaling factor is 20 over 4, that is 5. Now it's talking about the area. So the area of the smaller logo is 20. We have to find the area of a bigger logo. So the area of figure B or the bigger logo is, so area is, first the area of a smaller one, 20 multiplied by the scaling factor, and we have to do the square of it. So that is 20 multiply, our scaling factor is 5. So that is 20 multiply 25, and that is 500 centimeter square. You can also check from there. If this is 2, you can see it yourself. In the area question, this is 3. If you get a confusion, you just check what unit is given. If it is given a square, you do the square. If it given cube 3, you do it 3 times. So that is how we find. Now let me do one last question for you. So we have here two boxes. So one is large, one is, let's take small and large, so that we make the uniformity the way we were practicing. So small and large. So the length of small is 10 and this is 30. So scaling factor is, as you know, that 30 over 10, that is 3. Now the volume is given and you can see that it is a cube. You can see it yourself. So volume. The volume of the small is 500. We have to find the volume of the large. So volume of large container is the volume of the smaller one. We are finding it larger one, so we multiply. Our scaling factor is 3. We have to find the volume. So it's a cube. Even this one is indicating cube. So we have to do is 3. So that is going to be 500 multiply 27. So if you multiply 500 by 27, that is going to be 1350. Half of 27 is 13.5. So 1370. Sorry, 27 is 13.5. So that is 1350. So the answer is 1. What's this? 1 3. That you can check with your calculator even. 13500. And the same unit you are going to write whatever is given here. So I hope these questions are clear to you. Try the remaining ones. If you have any problem, you can directly send me a text on WhatsApp. Otherwise, have a great weekend, but make sure you try. I'm going to give you some more questions, maybe of the vectors or any other topic.